everyone, Mitch coming in for the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got an exciting one for you. I'm going to be talking about the all-time most popular commanders ranked and revealed. Let's jump into them. So, starting off at number 1, that's right, the Dragon, the original dragon. The most popular commander of all time. Over the past 2 years, 38,000 decks to its name. A lot of Dragon fans out there for sure. This commander used to be like a $70, $80 commander, was reprinted, still at $38 right now. That being said, that's not all that's up there because it is a 10/10 for 9 mana in the best color combination, Wooburg. It is a dragon avatar, and it has one of my least favorite keywords ever, but that's okay. Eminence, as long as it's in the command zone or on the battlefield. Other dragon spells you cost well less to cast. Now, this is OP. Literally just the game starts and you essentially have like a ley line always there that cannot be interacted with that reduces the cost of your spells, whether or not you ever play the dragon. And it is a good finisher to actually play eventually. I mean, not only it is a 3-shot KO, can very easily become a 2-shot or even a 1-shot KO with like, say, double strike. But yeah, it's a 10/10 flyer that also has, whenever one or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards, then you may cheat something into play. Put a permanent card from your hand right onto the battlefield. It is an insane card. It is an absurd card. There are so many good dragons. I mean, literally like every single set, we get a brand new OP dragon. It's like, where do I fit this in the Dragon deck now? I mean, even like in Bloomborough, which was all like, tiny little woodland creatures, was like, throw a dragon in there. There's a bird dragon. Why not? All right. So yeah, we do have, again, every single set basically getting more and more, just insane, OP, overpowered dragons. Your dragon has its supply of dragons, it's got its cost reducing, and it's got its finishing power. There's a reason why it is number 1. Not to be that much outdone, though, at number 2, we've got Atraxa, Praetor's Voice. Atraxa has been, well, toward the top, if not at the top, for a very, very long time, and for a good reason. A 4/4 angel for 4 mana in every color but red. Flying, Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink, keyword soup, and at the beginning of your end step, Proliferate, which again means that you choose any number of permanents and or players and give each other kind of counter already there, and that is exactly why it is a simple commander, but an effective commander. It is exactly why it is one that can be played in so many different strategies, why it is popular. Because essentially, well, proliferation can go in a lot of different ways. Yeah, it's got a good amount of words on it, like, overall, but if you literally just take off all the keywords and you just take off all the reminder text, it's just like, hey, end step, proliferate. Yeah, that's what players like to sign up for, because with that, you can go -1/-1 counters. You can go +1/+1 counters. You can go charge counters. You can go loyalty counters. You can do poison. You can do infect. You can do so many different kinds of combinations of things that this commander can just help you in a lot of different, well, again, aspects of the same type of strategy. I want to get counters on things. Let me get more of them. And we are getting more and more support for the proliferation as well over the years. So yeah, Atraxa has stayed at the top, is still there. 36,800 decks over the past 2 years. Not quite up to Dragon levels, but good enough for number 2. Yeah, Atraxa is going to be there for a long time. Next up at number 3, over 36,000 decks to its name as well. 36,092 over the past 2 years to be precise. We've got Edgar Markov. Now, Edgar Markov is kind of the other side of the coin of the Dragon. The Dragon's like, all right, dragons, all the dragons, I'll give you some cost reduction, but I am obviously, a more massive type creature, basically, right? All right, I've got massive dragon spells. Edgar Markov's like, let's go the other way. Let's just go low to the ground. Vampires, a 4/4 Vampire Knight for 6 mana in Mardu. Eminence, whenever you cast another vampire spell, if Edgar Markov is in the command zone of the battlefield, create a 1/1 black vampire creature token. First strike haste. Whenever it attacks, you get a counter each vampire you control. Again, like the Dragon, you kind of get a cheat code. You get to just start off with basically like Leyline, automatic, no one can interact with it. I just automatically get an extra benefit whenever I cast a vampire spell. So, if I've got a lot of low-to-the-ground vampire spells, well, I'm going to just be exploding with value early. I'm going to go, oh yeah, turn 1, vampire, turn 2, vampire, vampire. I've got 6 creatures on the board basically on turn 2. Insane, effective, and, well, absurd. And, of course, there are so many great tribal synergies for vampires as well. Again, like dragons, it's one of the most iconic Magic tribes. It is one of the most supported as well. And over the years, it's been getting more and more and more, well, deadly vampires out there. See, Edgar Markov, whether you play it or not. And eventually, playing it is a good idea because then you attack and you pump everything up. Sure, great. But you don't even need to play it for that value because you just play all the vampires and you get all the vampires with it. So there you go. Edgar Markov, again, good enough for third place. Next up, yet another tribe that has been making waves for quite a long time, and the only, I'm sorry to spoil it right here, but the only monocolor commander in the top 10 definitely, but I mean like the top 20 even, Krenko Mob Boss breaks the mold. A 3/3 Goblin Warrior for 4 mana in red. This is a 91-cent commander, unlike the previous ones that we talked about that were quite expensive. Tap, create X 1/1 red goblin creature tokens for X the number of goblins you control. Very simple, very effective. It goes tap, double up your goblins. Next turn, tap, double up your goblins. Next turn, tap, double up your goblins. Now, this commander that, again, is very straightforward is going to be built basically, chuck all the goblins in the deck, yes. But also, if you're like me, you might build it in a different way where you're like, oh, actually, threaten effects. Because you can actually untap your commander to get that activation more than once in a turn. So you're now, instead of doubling up your team, you're quadrupling it up, basically. Yeah, and then, getting even more than that, depending on the turn, depending on how much mana you have. You can just overwhelm the board, overwhelm your opponents, impact tremors your opponents out of the game. Very simple, very straightforward, and a very budget-friendly top-tier deck. Krenko Mob Boss, here to stay again. 30,955 decks to its name. Again, incredibly impressive, especially for a monocolor commander. Good enough for 4th place. Next up, tribal, combinations with Kalia of the Vast, a 2/2 human cleric for 4 mana in Mardu. Flying, whenever it attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon, or dragon creature card from your hand on the battlefield, tapped and attacking that opponent. Here's the thing. Yeah, all of those are incredibly well-supported tribes. Again, I already talked about earlier how dragons have been getting an absurd amount lately. So have angels, so have demons. You've got so many amazing things to keep track of. So many amazing things each set to go, oh yeah, another angel. Oh yeah, another demon. Oh yeah, another dragon. And instead of it getting like the eminence treatment, it is just kind of a cheat code once it's in play. On that attack, you cheat something absolutely massive and absolutely game-changing into play. I mean, there are so many OP angels, demons, and dragons, so many legendary OP ones that you build entire decks around, and they can just become a role player in a deck like this. Oh yeah, cheat Avacyn into play. Cool, my entire team and everything is protected. Awesome. Cheat other amazing dragons into play. Awesome. Yeah, old Narbonne. Okay, cool. All right, get all the treasures I could ever want, essentially, on that hit as well. Okay, no, you can't do old Narbonne because that one's in green, but still. You can do amazing dragons. You can do amazing demons, amazing angels. You are limited to, oh no, just 3 colors, but still. There are so many great ones out there in that 3-color combination. The best 3-color combination for these. Even though old Narbonne, no, you can't get that, but you can get so many amazing other dragons for it too. So yeah, Kalia the Vast is one where extra combats can help you as well. You can do some really crazy and OP things. Good enough for 5th place. 28,860 decks to its name. Next up, a commander with a lower price than you think it would have, $1.36, and a lower cost than basically any other commander. Permanently, Yuriko the Tiger Shadow, a 1/3 human ninja for 3 mana in Dimir, but you're only going to pay that never, basically. Commander Ninjutsu for 2 mana in Dimir. When a ninja you control deals combination to a player, reveal the top card of your library and put that card in your hand. Each opponent loses life, you let cards mana value. This is a commander that, again, you cheat on mana cost. You never have to pay commander tax. Commander tax is one of the banes of commander decks, right? It is something that is supposed to keep things even. Something that's supposed to say, okay, you've got a way to, stop this player by taking out their commander, and then they've got to pay more for it next time. Yuriko says, no, I just have to pay 2 mana and return unblocked attacker back to my hand. And all of a sudden, this is back on the battlefield. I cheat it into play. Your cost for this commander is always 2. And the absurd effect of, again, hitting with your ninjas, and then all of a sudden you reveal at the top, and you drain your opponents based on mana value. There are certain cards out there, especially split cards, that have insanely high mana values, but you can cast them for cheaper for what you actually want to cast them for. There's ways to manipulate the top of your library, get certain things on top, drain your opponents for like 13 at a hit all of a sudden, and you're like, oh yeah, and by the way, I get card advantage off of that too. On my commander that, again, cheats on commander tax, There's a reason why Yuriko is so popular, is so powerful. It is such a house as well. 27,950 decks again to its name. 6th place finish. Next up, 7th place. The popularity of Lord of the Rings cannot be ignored, and Sauron the Dark Lord is apparently here to stay. 7/6 Avatar for 6 mana in Grixis with all the text in the world. Ward, sacrifice a ledger artifact, a legendary creature. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, Mass Orcs 1. Whenever an army you control deals combat to your player, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand if you do draw 4 cards. This one can be built in a wide variety of ways. It is a commander that is quite hard to stop. Again, basically as hexproof, unless your opponent is willing to sacrifice something that is legendary. And again, most times that would have to be their commander unless they have like a legendary tribal build for the most part. On top of that, every single time opponents cast spells, you get value. Again, a Mass Orcs 1, especially in a deck where you're like, okay, maybe like Impact Tremors plus Sacrifice Outlet. So instead of going tall with my army, I'm not going wide, but I'm replacing my army every single time, so I'm getting a new creature in play. Amazing. Or if I've got ways to cheat my armies through in combat, to be able to get them through to hit, so the ring can tempt me. Or if I've got other ways to ring to tempt me, so I can actually keep wheeling again and again and again and again. Again, there's so much value, so much potential for this one. And again, players just love Lord of the Rings. So yeah, Sauron the Dark Lord, 27,905 decks to its name. Good enough for a 7th place finish. Next up, kind of like we started off at, dragons. Now we've gotten to dinosaurs, which is kind of like in my vision, like dinosaurs are kind of like, dragons, without the wings, kind of in a way, some players ish, kind of. Anyways, Pantlaza, Lazy Pants, Sun favored, a 4/4 dinosaur for 5 mana, and Naya. Whenever it or another dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control, you may discover X directs that creature's toughness. This only once each turn. And again, discover means exile cards to the top of your library to exile a non-land card with mana value or less. Cast out paying its mana cost, put in your hand. But the rest of your library random order, basically Cascade adjacent. So this is a commander that says, okay, I again am going to be part of an incredibly popular tribe. Again, dinosaurs, players love dinosaurs. When Ixalan first came along, they're like, oh my gosh, dinosaurs here, dinosaurs there, dinosaurs everywhere. And now all of a sudden they are big. They are absolutely massive. They have really reached the threshold point where they can be, again, supported enough where they are, with this brand new commander, a couple years ago, but still, newer commander on the dinosaur front, essentially, one that can take over and make it into the top 10 at 8th place. 27,029 decks to its name. Again, players love that random value off the top of the library, and again, random massive amounts of value with discovering with your dinosaurs, basically. One that can trigger, again, on other opponents' turns as well for even more value. You got blink effects, you got instant speed ways to do things. Yeah, it is one that, again, is well supported, is, again, a beloved tribe by many, and one that is decently budget-friendly itself by being $1.15. Again, 8th place finish. Congratulations, Lazy Pants. Still in the top 10, though, Lathril Blade of the Elves. 23 cents for this commander. Again, Elf Tribal with the adjacent color of black. A 2/3 Elf Noble for 4 mana. In Golgari, Menace. Whenever you deal combat damage to a player, you get that many 1/1 Elf Warrior creature tokens once Lathril hits. You tap and tap 10 untapped elves you control, and each opponent loses 10 life, and you gain 10 life. Very simple, very straightforward, very effective. Get your elves into play. Get more power onto this. Hit your opponents and all of a sudden make an absurd amount of elves. Tap and then tap and drain. Maybe even untap and then do it again. You've got plenty of mobilize types of cards that actually vitalize types of cards that actually untap your entire team. Do it again and again and again and just demolish your opponents with value. Again, elves can give you so much mana, can get off to a very fast start. This one is definitely one that can really get you there. Enjoy it. Again, 27,082 decks to its name. 9th place finish. Again, one of the most popular tribes out there. One of the most supported tribes out there. One of the oldest tribes out there. Only 2-color combination, but still enough to punch through and give you that extra oomph to take your opponents out so quickly. Yeah, they will just be dreading the elf ball. And finally, Kenny. That's right. 5-color good stuff, or Combo King, or just a wide variety of other types of decks you can build around it. 26,006 decks to its name. Good enough for a 10th place finish. A 5/5 Human Noble for 5 mana. in Wooburg because it has all the text in the world. Here we go. Pay a red. All creatures gain trample and haste till upturn. Pay 1 and a green. Put a counter to our creature. Pay 2 and a white. Target player gains 5 life. Pay 3 and a blue. Target player draws a card. Pay 4 and a black. Dark creature card from a graveyard on the battlefield under its owner's control. Now, this one can definitely be a politic commander, and you might want to convince your opponents that it is, but you're probably not building that way. In fact, if you have infinite mana, you just win. You just win. You are comboing off. In fact, this can be part of the combo piece, like a composite golem type combo. There's other combos as well. But again, there's so many different directions that you can take this. Basically, you can go 5-color good stuff. You can go combo. You can go a wide variety. You can go activated abilities if you really want to go with that as well. You know, a lot of exciting things with this one. And again, that is why, because it is 5-color, it is kind of whatever you want it to be. It can be built in so many different ways. It is one of the most popular commanders of all time, and it will stay that way. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. As always, comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.